What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Oh, man, the Pittsburgh Pro never disappoints. Never disappoints. I saw a promising thing for the state of bodybuilding. I saw something that made me really excited about the New York Pro, about the Olympia. I am so excited about bodybuilding, what's going on this year. I'm excited about the future of bodybuilding. I'm excited about the people coming up in the ranks. And one individual excited me more than anybody else. Somebody that I didn't even have in my cards for this year. They weren't even in the top 10 of any pro show. I just didn't think about them. I really didn't think about him. So as I'm watching the Pittsburgh Pro, as we're watching kind of the live feeds coming through on Instagram, as we're watching everything come in, I'm thinking, dude, I'm going to look at Derek. I'm going to look at Nick. I might look at Samson a little bit. They're in off season now. They have no need to be in contest prep. So they're going to be, they're going to be a little bit fluffy, but except for Nick. Nick's doing the New York Pro. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen. It was so predictable. Derek's going to look like Derek. He's going to look big. He's going to look full. He's going to look strong. Nick's going to look freaky. Samson's going to look huge. They got Hunter Labrada out there. Hunter, he's good, but I don't put him in the same league as these guys. I just don't. And that could be me. Maybe I'm biased against his physique. I don't know what it is. But at the end of the day, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm looking for. And then you looked at the previews going in to the New York Pro, right? And here's Essentially Sports right here. We'll bring this up on the screen. Hey. On Essentially Sports, who is that man right there? Who is that man in the black trunks? That beautiful man with the wasp waist and the vacuum pose and the shredded legs. That is yours truly, Marc Lobliner in the flesh at the New York Pro. Man, feels good. Feels good reminiscing. Feels good reminiscing. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gone. I'm still here. I'm excited. Not just because I see myself in all my glory looking too tall for the first time in my life. Man, I'm about 2 inches taller than those guys. But nonetheless, classic physique. Here I come. And let's go to the story. Let's scroll down. Okay, the epitome of physique perfection, the 2024 New York Pro. Of course, they're talking about Marc Lobliner. They're talking about that last place finisher right there, bringing the mofo heat. Yes, YouTube, we are being censored. So prejudging starts at 8 a.m. and it's May 18th. I remember that prejudging quite well. It is early, but don't worry, because on the day of the show, you are itching to get out of bed. You are itching to show your physique. You are itching not just because of communicable STD that you caught in college. You are itching because you're ready to compete. You're ready to show the world everything you have. You're ready to show that beautiful vacuum pose right there, Marc Lobliner. That's right, but this isn't about Marc Lobliner. Because Marc Lobliner's not in the New York Pro. Because Marc Lobliner gets his ass kicked once. He tucks tail and he switches divisions. That's what Marc Lobliner does. He knows his place in the world. And it certainly isn't in the conversation of great bodybuilders. It's certainly not in the conversation of top 2 open finishers. It is certainly not even in the conversation of who is Mr. Wichita this year. No, that's not me. That is this man right here. And that is Nick Walker. Nick Walker is the man everybody wanted to see. He is the monster. He is, I stated this so many times, I have a restraining order against me. He is the hardest working man in bodybuilding, I'd like to say. He is a man who, when they say he doesn't got it, he keeps bringing it. He goes to the gym, goes harder and harder and harder. So hard before the Olympia, he ripped his hamstring off the bone. Yet he came back, rolling his ass up, rolling in a wheelchair at the Mr. Olympia, representing, showing what he has, show that he cannot be beat. He cannot be held down. Coming back with hamstrings better than ever now. A man known for his hamstring made them even better after an injury. That is the man we want to see. So Nick Walker, understandably so. He said, I think 2 of these is better than 1. I'll see everybody at the New York Pro. Y'all better be ready for it, because I will be. So he has to qualify. And here's the thing. Look at this. Look Look, guys, look at this. Look at this physique. Respect it. Respect the physique. Respect what Nick Walker brings. Respect that man. Put some spec on it. Put some spec on it. Look at that man. Look at that freak. Look at that freak. Anywho, back to Nick Walker, okay? So Nick Walker, bringing the freakiness, bringing the pain, bringing the heat. But there's a lot more people in this show. There's a lot more people in this show. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, who can push Nick Walker? Who can push him? Because, man, we are pushing up the New York Pro. It is May 12th. This happened a day ago on May 11th. On May 18th, who's going to push this man? Who is going to push Nick Walker? Who's going to come out of nowhere? And who's going to bring a different package? Perhaps a smaller waist, perhaps better shaped quads with more teardrop, better medial, comparable lateral. Who's going to bring the shreds, the striations? Well, guys, I share with you none other than Martin Fitzwater. That's right. The Fitz bringing it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. That guy came to compete. He looks ready for the show. If he doesn't blow it, he can get on stage right now, a week out. But he's going to be bigger. He's going to be fuller. He's not going to be coming off of a flight to get there. He's going to be insane. So what you have here is a battle of the monsters, bro. What do you want? Do you want sick chest striations with a Franco Columbu-esque slice down the middle, separating it like there's two separate muscles? Or do you want this beast? There's obviously a little bit of a height difference here. Obviously a little bit of a height difference here. But man, by the way, Official RX Muscle, much love to you for all this coverage of the show. But man, we had a bunch of things going on at this show, man. We have a bunch of people to look at this show. Bunch of people, right? Here's Hunter Labrada. Hunter Labrada, full off season, big guy. But for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, I don't put him as someone who could beat Nick. And I don't put him as someone that could beat Samson. I don't put him as someone who could challenge Derek. I just don't put him in that league. I just don't have him there. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. But what we need to do is we need to look at the entire lineup. We need to look at everyone involved. And this is a picture that was actually shown across the internet. Wow, look at the size difference between Derek and Nick. There is a size difference, but remember, dude, we are months out. And this doesn't do anything. As I've learned practicing for Classic, as I've learned, it's not about how big you are, it's about how well you show. Derek is a great poser. Derek knows how to get shit. Derek was a wrestler. Look at Derek's ears. Looks like they went through a goddamn wood chipper. Derek knows how to suffer. He knows how to get in shape, and he already has shown he knows how to win and bring his best at the biggest show on earth against Hottie. So you got Hottie, you got Derek, you got this lineup, you got Samson. I don't give a crap about this pick. I really don't care. I really don't care how big he is next to him. How big will he look when he's posing on stage? How big will he look? Look at how he poses. Poses big. He makes himself as big as possible. Derek is about 4'4". Just kidding, he's about 5'3", 5'4". You got Derek up here hitting that front double by. His small, tiny waist, his mangled ass ears from wrestling, his huge ass arms. It's one thing to look at two people when they're relaxing, but when they're posing on stage, you got a whole different ball game. Derek has not taken one day off that he wasn't planning on taking. Derek is hitting every meal. Hani Rambod's got him looking great. That's great offseason. Nick's a week out. Now, if I'm being honest, I think he could be a bit better a week out. And I love Nick, dude. I am the biggest Nick Walker fan. There's nobody who is a bigger fan of Nick Walker than yours truly. Nobody. I love Nick Walker. I love his work ethic. I love what he brings to the stage. I love what he brings to the sport. I absolutely love everything about this guy. And don't think for 1 second that in a week, Nick won't bring the nasty. He won't bring the ugly. He won't bring what he's known for, and that is shredded mass. Shredded mass. This is the guy. This is the guy right here. And actually, if I'm going to guess Samson is not pushing it right now. If you don't know what I'm saying. I think Samson's in a health phase. Samson looks good. Look at his face. It's not sunken in. Looks healthy. Not a striation outside of where there should be. Not any gnarliness. This is how you should look at this point out. Where in May, we got months. Samson looks good. When he starts pushing, you're going to see him increase 10% every single week. 10% better, 10% better, 10% better. I think Samson, with his size and his small waist and the way he poses, that guy can beat anyone. Of course, you got Andrew Jacked. I have him up there. I have him in my top 7, 8 in the Olympia. I don't have him beating those guys, but this guy, as an older man, starting later, oh my goodness, he is a freak. But again, like when you look at him, then you look at how the other guys pose, how they hold themselves, how their physique is, and it looks like they're rewarding size and waist. Does that make sense? They're rewarding size and waist. Derek brings both. He has a tiny waist. He has that perfect X frame. Like Tony Freeman called and said, hey, I would like my X frame back. I would like my X frame back. Let's go up the list here. This from Buys and Tries, by the way, shout out. Again, like when I look at Hunter, it's impressive. It's well beyond anything I can ever do. So when someone says, well, why don't you do it? I can't. I can't. That explains my last place showing. Guys, but I just don't see it. I see him as a top guy. I see him as maybe a top 7, top 8 guy. But he's always in the mix. I think that has to do with the fact that his dad's Lee Labrada. But you can't deny the fact that this man is well put together. But again, I see this as the best lineup since the 90s. I put any of these guys up against the 90s guys. These guys look great. And they were better in the past, dude. There wasn't shredded glutes till like the mid-90s. Shut up. Like, dude, these guys bring shape, they bring size, they bring waists. And that's the thing, Hunter genetically just cannot compete with Derek's waist, can't compete with Andrew's waist. But guys, I'm going to finish with this. I'm going to finish with this because it excites me. I think this is the guy. I think this guy's going to turn some heads. I think he might shock the world and beat Nick. I think he might shock the world and beat Nick. This Fitzwater guy... This Fitzwater guy is nothing to be taken lightly. Nothing to be taken lightly. He took a year off. You look at what he brings. He brings that tiny waist, flaring quads. I mean, he is the total package. It doesn't show hair. He has a great back. I mean, he finally shaved his head. Looks a lot better than what we were bringing to the stage before. Man, I think, fuck. I think this guy has gone above and beyond what we expected of him to do. I think he's a fantastic athlete, and I think he's going to push Nick. I think he and Nick are going to be vying for 1 and 2. I just do. By the way, the chat's open, guys, if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, we still have a lot to go. We're going to answer some questions and all that good stuff. So that is my rundown of what we saw. Those are the notables there. Notable did not see there. Brandon Curry. I would love to see Brandon Curry up there. I think Brandon Curry is someone who's won the Olympia, who I've heard is, I haven't heard any reason why he's not doing the Olympia, always finishes in the top 5. I would want to see my buddy Brandon Curry, not just because I love the man, that I consider him a brother, but just because maybe he couldn't go. But I think Brandon is someone, even though he doesn't show well in the offseason, as you guys know, Brandon is a father of 4. Brandon's kid, Max, is out balling. He's like a top-rated friggin' football player in the country. Like these guys, he's worried about his kids and he's cleaning out, wants to make sure he's healthy, the healthiest bodybuilder I've ever met. You know, at the end of the day, I would love to see Brandon up there in the mix. I know he wouldn't shock anybody like, oh my God, look at Brandon in the offseason. That's not what Brandon does. But Brandon's been working hard. Brandon's been at, Carbon Murfreesboro doing his thing. And that is someone I would really like to see. Really like to see. But with that being said, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want you to comment down below. I want you to tell me what you saw in those pictures. I want to know. But first, I want to give you a little video about something we just got back in stock at Tiger Fitness. Guys, special day. They were supposed to be seasonal. We decided to keep them year-round. The chocolate caramel outright bar. It might taste a lot like a better, healthier, higher protein version of a Twix bar. Look at this bad boy right here. Now, this is not your normal outright bar. It's chocolate coated. Look at that inside. Look at that inside. Yeah, buddy. Available now. TigerFitness.com, back in stock. Delicious. All right, guys. That's my thoughts. I want to get to the chat. I want to get to all your questions. I think it's going to be Nick and Martin, and I think Martin might win the whole thing and might push for top 6 of the Mr. Olympia. What do you guys think? That is my shocker. That is my shocker of the day. The shocker. What is the shocker? Hold on. Is this the shocker? That's the shocker. It's the shocker. Let's go. Anyway, guys, I want to give you my update too, since this is my channel. I am not competing at the New York Pro, but I am in the best shape of my life. And I apologize at the beginning. Thomas seems to have the Michael J. Fox disease with his shaky ass hands. I trained with my kids this morning. It was an amazing time. And my wife was sick. I know it's Mother's Day. My wife has some debilitating sickness. I think it's the flu. So my kids and I went to the gym together, and I did manage to get Thomas. I should have put it on the tripod, but for this moment, I renamed my child Thomas Tripod, and he did a horrible job. I just want to say he did a horrible job. But anyway, I want to show you what condition I'm in right now, and I want to get your opinion on me. So in the chat, in the comments, I know I suck. You don't have to tell me I suck, but just be nice. Be nice. But anyway, guys, because I'm really sensitive. Like my nipples are sensitive. Everything's sensitive on me. So just be nice. Be nice. Be good people. But anyway, I want to show you my condition right now. Hold on. Let me get it to. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to master that pose. I'm trying to get a little twist to it. I'm working on it. Your side chest. Boom, that's 206.5 pounds right there, guys. I feel the best I've ever felt. My back's never looked better. So wide. I mean, for me, obviously not according to these guys. Francois, the guy I'm working, told me to turn my head during that one. Here's what I'm really happy with. My abdominal and thigh, like my legs have come up tremendously. I'm really happy with it. And it's been just a good week of training, a good week of working, a good week of eating. And even though I've been traveling, I think it's been going really, really well. So there's my update, guys. There's my friggin' update. So I'd like to, again, pin a comment down below. I'm going to put that. I have a vlog. I filmed our entire training. It'll be up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TigerFitness. That reminds me of a joke, guys. Again, like when I'm live, I don't have a script. I don't have a teleprompter. It's just my personality flowing. Did you guys know O.J. Simpson's personal website? http:/// Just kidding. Sorry. Oh, man. Oh, Manischewitz. Here we go. All right, let's get to the chat. What's up, Eli? How you doing? Hi, Eli. I already gave thoughts on Nick Walker's look. Again, I think he looked good. I think he looks a little soft for a week out. But again, he probably had to fly into the show or at least drive far, and he's a week out. So he's going to be holding a bit of water. Once he shreds that, once he gets everything going, once he gets that peak weekend, I'm confident Nick Walker is going to shock the world, and I can't wait to see him battle with Martin. If I'm missing anyone else in the New York Pro, forgive me. I'm focusing on those two guys for this video. Mark from Dream Lover 33. Dream Lover. Can't you see You're the only one for me. Mark, if I eat high protein, low carb, will my already bad joints suffer? Think about going under 10% body fat at 47 with no test or steroids. I don't see any reason why your joints would suffer from high protein, low carb. Suffice to say, if your fat's in check, I want to make sure you get adequate fat in your diet. 0.3 grams per pound is a good amount to set as the baseline. 0.5, in my opinion, if not dieting, is optimal. So if you're 200 pounds, that would be around 100 grams of fat. I see no reason to think that. If your joints do hurt, there are options. MTS Nutrition Machine Motion. You got Ambrosia Muendo. You got Ambrosia Golden. Make sure you get some fish oil in your diet. You know, those are things you can do to mitigate it. But I don't see low carbs hurting your joints. And 10% is not enough to really get too dry and lean to have hurt joints. And macros and percentage to achieve that. I don't do percentages. Percentages are stupid. But generally speaking, it usually comes out to around 40, 40, 30. Protein, carbs, fat. So I would say 40, 30, 30 is about right. But again, once your carbs get lower, it could be even weirder than that. So it just depends. Set protein at 1 gram per pound, set fat at 0.3 to 0.5 grams per pound, and adjust carbs up or down as needed. If you're cool with the answer, let me know. Oh, there we go. Kind of like a military type look. Well, there's a good way to do that. Join the military. Go fight wars. Yay. I'm cool being only 178% body fat. My girl likes that look. 8% is really fucking lean. So I hope you know what 8% really is. Not the internet 8%, but the real life 8%. 8% is shredded as fuck. 5'7" and 3/4. Well, welcome to the 5'7" and a little bit club. Nick shaking in his boots at the moment. I got a bad hip and back, so I can't do squats or deadlifts. Just saying. Just want to look a little more like you. You can look better than me. Bad hip, bad back, get them fixed. Fix them, go, get them rehab, get them prehab, get them juiced up. You know, get that fixed. So if you have a bad hip and bad back, my advice is make them not bad anymore. And there are ways to mitigate a lot of that. And there are movement specialists who could help you. There's no reason to go through life. And you're still young, dude. You're still young. You're only in your 40s, right? What the fuck age were you? I forgot already. 47, you're still young. You're only halfway to death. Like, fuck, man. Like, do better. Like, fix them. Why does your protein? Oh, I love the answer to this. So if you look at my flavors, the best-selling flavors are cookies and cream and ice cream sandwich, which have inclusions. Those are cookie bits. You get chocolate and vanilla, very few ingredients. So again, they do what they do. I have the best tasting, highest quality protein. I'm not going to go, I'm not going to go like fucking word for word against other protein powders, but hey, whatever floats your boat, I have the best tasting, highest quality. We make it taste really good. And to do that, our best sellers are the ones with the most shit in it. So most people just want the best of the best tasting shit. So again, like outright bars, like we have the one I just showed you, the chocolate caramel Twix bar. There's inclusions. They're going to have a lot of ingredients. We have the the cashew butter cinnamon sugar donut, which has 5 ingredients. Guess which sells more? The one that tastes really fucking good. So I bring to the market what people want. So chocolate and vanilla for those who want minimal ingredients. And then the boutique flavors, I like to call them, for those who just want really good tasting shit that are pretty fucking great. Back has come up. Side leg looks thicker. Arms need more size. Dude, welcome to the fucking club. Man, my arms are about as good as they're going to get. I train the fuck out of them. So, like, I'm going to just have to fucking deal with that. Like, if I train my arms anymore, they'd nickname me tendonitis. Which bodybuilder would you want to top you? Meaning sexually. So if I'm going to be sexually taken advantage of by a bodybuilder, somebody who doesn't even care, it'll be Mike O'Hearn, 100% Mike O'Hearn. If I'm going to have sex with a bodybuilder, it's going to be Mike O'Hearn. Put that, snip that, send that across the internet. I want him to know. Hi, Mike. Nick doesn't know his stride to show his stride until 2 days before. It won't even be close. I just love to see the competition, man. I fucking love this game. I am bossy bottom and want to top. That is on gear. Logan, I love how you are so open about your sexuality. And I guess this is the place for it. And fuck. I just can't with you fuckers, man. For those of you not on YouTube and can't see the chat, I meet guys on Grindr that are pro-Palestine, and I top them as a Zionist. You motherfuckers are trying to get me banned on YouTube again. I can't believe it. I'm keeping this clean. I didn't even say the F word for the first like 10 minutes. And Logan comes in and sets up that joke. It's 40, 30, 30. Maybe. It just depends. But that's a broad outline. Let me turn this hat backwards. Guys, I got a couple minutes. I'm going to take my kids on a hike. Have you ever met Andrew Tristan Tate? No, but I have spoken to Tristan a few times. Tristan's a great guy. Which bodybuilder would you let pin you with Tren? Who is it? Nathan Dasha was the one who says he takes Tren year round. He seems to have the most experience with Tren, so I'm going to go with Nathan Dasha. I think he would be the one because he has so much experience. Because he said he takes it every day. So if anybody knows Tren, it's my buddy Nathan Dasha. By the way, shout out to Nathan, great guy, hilarious guy. But yeah, he said on was it Desktop Bodybuilding a year ago that he takes Tren every single day. So so that's the guy. That's the guy. Good day to you. Good day, Dream Lover. Logan, by the way, you win the internet today. You win the internet today. Oh my goodness. On that note, guys, we're going to sign off. I'm going to go take my kids on a hike. It's like 90, 80, 85 degrees outside. And I'm really looking forward to enjoying this weather, getting some vitamin D. My wife is sick, so we can't do much. But we are doing something really fancy. We're bringing Chipotle home for her because that's how we roll. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Can't state enough how much I love you guys, how much I appreciate the support, and that at tigerfitness.com, we're always here for you. If you need anything, message me. And again, I don't have his comment up now, questions about our brand, I'll gladly answer them honestly, truthfully. The bottom line is the good tasting shit sells the most. Look at Ghost. I guarantee you Ghost is doing much more than Transparent Labs, and they put a ton of cookies and shit. They literally have an Oreo fucking logo on their label. Sometimes you got to follow the market, but I still do things that people want. Right? Like people who are really natty want, like the cinnamon sugar donut cashew butter outright bar, which is 5 ingredients. Anyway, guys, on that note, love y'all. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we will do these as often as we can, hopefully a few times this week.
No shortcuts, no excuses, just hard work and the right nutrition with MTS Nutrition. Now let's make every rep count.